Well folks, today it is Thursday the 5th of March 2020 and as you're all aware, Flybe sadly went under last night. Domestically, this is also going to have a huge impact within the UK. Flybe accounts for a massive percentage of domestic flights connecting main places such as Edinburgh, Glasgow, Aberdeen, Newcastle, Manchester, right across the country to vital places including London and further afield. So this also has an impact in Belfast. Everywhere is going to be impacted in one way or another. This though isn't just going to impact pilots, cabin crew, it's also going to affect those who work at the airports, all the services that are provided and so on. Horrible time for the industry. Again, it feels like 2 minutes since Thomas Cook went and Monarch, and it just seems to be one after another. Not great for the industry. All of us who are in the aviation space, who see the comings and goings of pilots, cabin crew, those of you who are very good enough to share your photos of your travels, we love to see them, and it's basically a message to say we're all thinking of you and we all hope that you genuinely do manage to find future employment within the industry. Not an easy time at all. We're just coming out of winter now into the summer season, and as everyone knows, it's not exactly a great time. So all I can say from the northeast of England anyway is, here at Newcastle anyway, Flybe is definitely going to be missed. Exeter and Southampton are both gone. Our Newquay flight was already going to be operated by Loganair for this summer, and the airline has confirmed today that they will also be taking over our Exeter and our Southampton routes. So realistically here at Newcastle there is going to be minimal disruption in the long term if bookings continue, but short term, until those routes come online in July, there will be some disruption. So I hope everyone manages to find alternative arrangements for travel. Those of you who possibly have trips booked, etc. It's not great at all for everyone, but particularly thinking of those who've lost their jobs, who have been put in this position in the first place. But yeah, as an aviation enthusiast and frequent flyer, I've flown Flybe in 2012. Me and my dad went down to Gatwick from Newcastle. It was a fantastic flight on board the Bombardier Dash 8, and the crew were fantastic. It was nice to be able to fly from your local airport down to the south of the UK, down to London. Really enjoyed that. I flew Flybe last year from Doncaster to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Sadly, that's another airport which they cut all of a sudden without... It was a bit of for a lot of us it just seemed a little bit of an odd move, but either way they cut Doncaster, and that was that. I managed to get on their Embraer last year, again great flight, couldn't fault the service one bit, and all the flights seemed to be doing reasonably well. So yeah, it's a shame that they've gone. I suppose what a lot of us are now wondering is, Loganair has already announced massive expansion plans. They did in 2019 after BMI Regional disappeared, and they also launched further expansion in 2020 with loads and loads of new routes. It remains to be seen how or if any changes will be necessary. Loganair is looking to take over a lot of Flybe's routes. This was confirmed today when they've said they're going to be taking on ones from Edinburgh, from Glasgow to Manchester and Aberdeen and Newcastle and so on. So we'll have to see how things pan out. I honestly hope it does work out on the Loganair side of things. And again, perhaps for some ex-Flybe pilots, cabin crew and the like, this could well be an opportunity to stay within the industry. So again, I sincerely hope that it works out. Some of you Flybe pilots, I've even had the opportunity to film you coming and going, landing, taking off, even sending you the videos of your flights, and it's been nice to get that. It feels more a personal touch if you are actually in communication with the person who's in the cockpit, and you can actually put a face to a name, so to speak. It means you're not just filming a plane. You have some connection to the person who's flying the plane, and that's been quite special. Whether it be filming some I know up in Aberdeen, or at Manchester, and here in Newcastle. So yeah, it's been good. But as I say, it remains to be seen how Logan plays this for the upcoming year. I can't see EasyJet and I can't see Ryanair massively doing much. British Airways may increase frequencies. Again, it'll only be at London Heathrow. So I don't see any change on that side of things. So we'll see what Loganair does. In terms of any new entries into the market, can you see any coming? Because I definitely can't. With Thomas Cook having left the market, Jet2 is picking up a lot of the slack for 2020, and again, it's one of those situations that you think that can only go one way. It's either going to go very well or it's not. You hope it does go well, but adding capacity and taking over previous aircraft and route frequencies doesn't necessarily equate to a feasible or viable airline business model. So we'll see how it goes. So again, just to reiterate that we're thinking of all you Flybe cabin crew, pilots, everyone who's been associated and linked in with them, who's been affected by this, and passengers obviously. We hope it all works out, but always feel free to communicate. Thanks for watching the video, and take care, and we'll speak to you later on.